Mr. I'm better than everyone.
So why do men cheat?
And different
Black
reasons.
and white, yellow, purple, whatever. Men cheat. Why do they cheat?
No, the real question here is
No, answer my question first.
I'm about to answer your
direct
question. I'm about to answer your question. The real question is, why do people cheat? It's not a man thing.
Okay, true.
It's not a man thing. That's just a bad stigma that they've put on us. Women cheat too.
Yes, but
Women cheat as well, and then they get to play the victim card and get out of trouble.
people cheat.
So to answer your question,
Yeah.
I think people cheat because they're not fulfilled in their clearly. Well, that's the obvious one. That they're not fulfilled in their relationship. They don't know how to communicate it. People cheat because of social constructs that keep them confined, and that keeps them thinking this social construct of one size fits all. Excuse me, monogamy is it, and that's it. Every other thing is frowned upon. But not everyone's monogamous, or not everyone desires that for their life.
Right.
But then they're forced to live within these confines.
Squeezed into a box.
And then the person they're sharing their life with also is living their life in that same box. So now they're scared to open up to that person about what they really want.
Yeah.
So they just try to do it in secret. Some people cheat for different reasons. Some people cheat because they just like the feel of a stranger. Do you know what I mean?
But then why commit yourself to a relationship?
Social constructs.
But you don't have to.
Do you know how many things we don't have to do as human beings that we do because we feel like
It's meant to be.
it's meant to be that way? We have to do it. But we don't necessarily want to do it, but we feel like we have to, and we can't say why.
Yeah.
We feel like we have to do it.
Yeah.
How many people do we know get married and they can't really, deep down inside, they can't give you a valid reason as to why
As to why they got married.
they got married. Some people do it because it's a social thing, like they see their friends getting married.
Yeah. Family pressure. Yeah.
They go borrow money, and then they're in debt after the marriage and all competition.
All my friends are getting married.
So I have to get married. All my friends are having babies.
Big wedding. I had to do a big wedding.
Same, yeah.
They're having kids. I have to have
social
kids.
constructs, like monogamous relationships and stuff like that. So some people are not meant to be in monogamous relationships, but they force themselves into it and then go out and do some nonsense. And then these same people will lie to themselves, like Mr. Man here, there was another clip floating around where he was speaking down on polyamorous relationships, talking about it's unfair. But then you're in a monogamous relationship. You see what I'm trying to say? So
in poly relationships, all parties are aware
of what's going on. In fact, there's more honesty there than in most, in some, I wouldn't say most, in some monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some people in poly relationships right now that don't even know it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But how do you not know it?
They don't even know it. They
Because
think they're in a monogamous relationship, but they don't know. Like, how many stories break where the man's got another family, a secret wife, secret dissy?
But so, you can't call that poly because the other party doesn't know.
It's poly cheating. I just coined that. But yeah.
Are you sure you just coined that?
Yes.
It's not.
I probably saw that somewhere, and it's like in my subconscious. But so I know that's a long-winded answer.
So it just comes down to communication. Speak about what you want. Speak your truth.
Yes,
from day one, not when you've locked yourself down into something that you feel you can't get out of.
People won't speak the truth because they're scared of judgment and persecution and being looked at as weird.
It's still not fair. Why you're protecting your feelings to hurt somebody else in the end? That's selfish.
Protecting your feelings to hurt somebody else in the end. No, because they honestly trick themselves.
You're not trying to do it intentionally.
No, but they honestly trick themselves into believing that they can do it. They'll say, so and so's doing it, I should be able to do it. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah, it's bad. I shouldn't think this way. So yeah,
you will.
But then you start thinking that way. You can't control it. You hide and you do some stuff. So many reasons why people cheat. So many
all your
reasons.
friends,
yeah,
or people that you have known, what have been the reasons? If people who've confessed to you that they've stepped outside of their relationships, what's been the reason for doing so?
I guess they're still trying to keep up their old life.
Yeah, the youth.
They don't want to feel locked. You see that? Locked down. They don't want to feel locked down. They want to feel free. Some people use the excuse of, oh, I work X amount of days. I never get to have no fun. I come home to the same woman. They want, see, I told you that they like the feel of strangers. Like some men want to explore what other women are like.
Yeah.
And then they feel like, I'm just locked down with this one woman forever. And then they go out.
So is it just about the sex? Literally about the sex?
For some people. For some people, it's literally about the sex. For some people, knowing that, just that thought of not being locked down, just to get rid of that thought, they go out and do that just to give themselves the reassurance that, I'm not locked down, I'm not locked down.
Even though you are.
But even though you are, because this person doesn't really know what you're doing. Like, so if they catch you,
but then you cry and plead, oh, don't leave me, I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
Because because most of the time they truly love the person they're with. So
be honest with the person that you're with. More often than not,
it's easier said than done.
If you speak with them, obviously it's easier said than everything's easier
also
said than done.
people sorry to cut you off, some people will stay with the partner because they're in love with the idea of that partner. So a guy will get a girl and feel like, yeah, she's decent, she's this, she's that, she is wife criteria, right? She's not necessarily someone you can open up to and show your deepest, darkest side, or your ratchetness, and your righteousness.
Why? Because you feel like
she'll judge you. But because image-wise, and by image, not just the way she looks, image-wise as far as like character, everything. What's it called? Body count is low. She's probably a virgin or not, whatever. You feel like, yeah, she's perfect for me, but then she doesn't truly know you. She only knows one side of you, like, and that's the side that the face you put on every time you're around her. But when you're not around her, you're like, yeah,
a beast.
Well, listen, you said it, not me. I'm not judging. So yeah.
Neither am I, but it's beastly behavior.
And vice versa. Not just to put this on men. The same thing with women. Women do the same thing.
And I feel like sometimes women can be better at cheating because they hide it better. They're more, like you say, women are more sneaky and cunning and sly.
They still get caught though.
They still get busted, of course they'll still get busted, but it's still the same reasons they feel like they can't be. But the reason mostly women give for stepping out is the man wasn't there for them.
They're unhappy. They're
unhappy because he wasn't there for them. So those are the two main reasons that I've heard.
Yeah, with women it's predominantly that.
Because we're emotional creatures. Men are more physically driven.
Do you think that men have more of a capacity to love more than one person than women do? Because most women, I'm not saying all women, but most women, if they love you, they build their whole world life around you.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Whereas like I feel like a man can more or less love more than one. Most men, not all men, will have the capacity to love more than one woman.
In the same way though?
How do you measure? It'll be different. Doesn't mean one's more, one's less. It's just different.
How do you convince them, the women in that trifecta, that that's the case? Even though you say that you love them, but not one love is better than the other love.
How do you convince them?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I guess you just let them know like you love people differently. So just like when we have, this is slightly different. It's a slightly different love, but you have a brother, you have a sister. How you love your brother sometimes will differ from how you love your sister, but you love them the same.
Yeah, but you're not sleeping with them.
That's why I say it's slightly different. Of course, you take away the physical aspect of it, like the sex.
Yeah.
But isn't it supposed to be unconditional love? So yeah, there you go.
So you don't think women have the capacity to share their heart with two male partners and it be equal?
No, some women can, but most women.
Yeah.
I think most women would
What
rather.
makes those women different to the majority? What do you think makes them different?
I don't know. Is it just the exception, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some women are just that way inclined. Some women, like bisexual women, will be able to accommodate a male partner and a female partner. And love them differently, but equally.
Yeah.
So, you know. But some women would just rather just be like, yo, you're my king. That's it. Because some women also, they take the physical side of it very seriously. So it's like, I'm not just going to be, you know, letting more than one man dip inside me and stuff like that. So at least let me just face this man because he's giving me everything I need, everything I want. He's everything. He's my everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And like you said, men are more driven by physicality, and I mean, there's so many beautiful women in this world. So
men just can't resist.
Hey, listen, I'm not speaking for all men here before they crucify me. But I'm just, just having a discussion.
Just too many beautiful women can't resist.
Am I lying? Is that a lie?
No, we're beautiful.
Women are just beautiful creatures.
Yeah. Moving on.
Not saying that men are not, but I'm not that way inclined, so I can't really put my mind
Which way inclined?
To say, to look at a man and say, oh, you're beautiful. Oh. I mean, you would probably have to speak to that.
God.
But yeah, moving on.